Hey, good morning. This is Greg with Liberty Figs and Apiary. Today is July 12th. It is a cloudy day here in Liberty, North Carolina. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s, but the humidity is extremely high. Unfortunately, there's an area breeze. So no matter what you do, of course, it's July. It's going to be hot doing your hive inspections. So I'm going to put some more sugar syrup on here. I'm going to take a honey frame each out of their box and replace it with an infinity frame. So each side is going to get an infinity frame, and I may put one infinity frame all the way up top just to see if we can get them to start drawing it out. I really like those frames. They're so sturdy. They're a little bit heavier, but not so much, especially going 8-frame mediums, not so much that you can really tell that big a difference. We'll see when they're filled with honey. Hear the bullfrog in the background? Not sure if you can hear him or not. But all right, so I'm going to go ahead and switch this food out, and then we'll get into the front half of the hive and then the back half of the hive. All right. Other than that, I'm not really looking for anything. Just checking them out, seeing how they're doing. And I don't know what I did with that pollen patty. I have no idea where I set it. I have no idea what I did with it. All right, we'll figure that out. All right, so let's go ahead and switch out the sugar syrup. There you go, ladies. Enjoy, bon appetit. Since the hives have been a little bit spicier, I've been putting on. I was starting to get a little bit stung through the gloves. I know that they can sting through it, obviously, but they don't really like the latex. But I had started getting hit, and so I just started wearing 2 gloves. And I will tell you that I think it's twice as hot, which I suppose tracks and makes sense, right? All right. Oh, I forgot to get my hive tool again. Darn it. All right. So let's get into this top community box. See how they're doing with it. Should I put an infinity frame in this one, or should I put one infinity frame in one of the other boxes? I brought 5 out with me. I've already used 2. We'll see if they're drawing this out at all. If they're not drawing this out, there's no point in put one in this box. I'm pretty sure this is a frame that I had put in there previously. It was drawn out. This frame, nothing. This side's a little drawn out, but I'm not sure when that happened. I'll have to look at the videos. Okay, this one is filled with honey. Filled with honey. Nicely capped, too. I think I'm going to take this frame. Take this frame, be right back. Well, that was snappy. Got some nectar, a little bit of capped honey. This one's got quite a bit of capped honey on that side. A lot of nectar in it. I'm going to put this infinity frame right here just to see. I'll give it a couple weeks. See if they do anything to it. See if they prefer it. Okay. So they're they're certainly not doing nothing up here. I mean, that's a lot of honey right there. I'm taking that frame too. We'll leave it for now. We will leave it for now. All right. For some reason, this thing's bugging my ears today. I don't know why it would be all of a sudden. All right, queen excluder. A piece of plywood to put over that side. Nicely propolized. I do see hive beetles in there. That's awesome. Oh yeah, this is, I don't need to do that because what I want to do is I want to look in both sides here just to see if they're drawing it out at all. They were drawn a little, they had drawn out a little bit in a couple spots. And I don't know if they're expanding on it. It doesn't look like any more than was previously. Although this one kind of looks like it might be some new. Might be some new right there, I'm not sure. All right, not a lot to see in this box, which probably doesn't say much for that infinity frame getting drawn out, but we'll see. There we go. There we go. Now we'll put that over on that side. All right, I'm going to take one of these frames out, one that doesn't have brood, and put an infinity frame in the bottom there. All right, and this frame has got nectar and some capped honey in there. I don't see the queen. So that is a candidate to come out. I have a Viroxan strip on the one on the inside, which tells me that there's brood on that one. And there's a little bit of brood on this one too. All right, so my question has been answered. Is there brood on that side? No. A little bit on that side. Brood. Brood. All right. So what we'll do is we're going to put that back in there. We're going to put an infinity frame. We'll put that one on the inside. See if we can't get them to draw it out. All right. Good to go. A little bit of brood up top. I got some, give them some more room. Put that closer there in case it falls. Actually, just make it fall. All right. This is the tight box. Oh yeah, I want to shake this off. I'll shake it off in a minute. We'll shake it off when we put that box back in. All right. So we got a little bit of brood in here, some pollen. Looks like maybe they're taking a backing off on brood. Which does make sense, I suppose, for the time of year. don't see the queen on there. Oh, that's a nice sheet of brood. That's a gorgeous sheet of brood. Same with this side. Really very nice. Very, very nice. I feel pretty comfortable with knowing what I'm gonna see before I get in here. But oh, there's the queen right there in the middle. But last week was certainly a surprise with that queenless hive. I'm still kind of reeling from that. I'm going to close this one up. I don't think there's really anything left for us to do in here. We'll tuck the queen away now that I saw her. Put this back on. Nice and easy. Try not to squish anybody. All right. You smoke them down a little bit. Oops. Smoke going right in my face. All right, just storing away that honey frame. All right, girls, look out. We'll go ahead and move this over and check out this other hive and do the same. Up. Let me get that infinity frame while I'm over here. There we go. All right. All right, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put an infinity frame in for one of these frames, whichever one doesn't have eggs, which I think it's going to be that middle fat one that I've been so appreciating. And who knows, maybe I'll harvest some honey. I mean, this one is full. This one is completely full. Hive beetle, 10 points for Greg. It is jam-packed with capped. It's just time to take this, I think. But I got to get another frame and place it with. All right, what I'll do is I'll take a frame out of this one. And replace that one there. I'll put the infinity frame in the middle and that frame there. See what that might yield. All right. You know what, do I even want to go into the bottom? I don't think I'm even going to bother going into the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and get this one closed up, I think. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this box back on. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the queen excluder back on. Put the joint honey super on. And what I'll do is go get another frame, and I'll put another frame. I'll come back and put a frame on there. I think what I'll do is I'll just leave everything off until I get that, because I'll get it now and then I'll grab my hive tool. All right, so there's the resource hive. Everything's looking pretty well the same. Just took a couple frames, 3 frames of honey, and replaced those with some infinity frames. Hopefully they'll start to draw those out and not steal all the wax from it, but well, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, like I said. And all right, we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna switch out, put some food on probably the OG hive. I don't know if I'm gonna put any food on the Incredible Hulk hive or the Queenless hive. I think I might bypass doing an inspection on them this week. I might not even go into the OG hive. I might just put some sugar syrup. So this will probably be it for me for the week. We'll see you next time. This is Greg with Liberty Figs and Apiary. All right. Hopefully next time, maybe what I'll do is I'll do a video when my daughter and her husband come. Maybe I'll get Hannah back into another video. That was kind of fun. So, all right, that's going to do it. Take care and happy summer. Bye-bye. Stay cool.